Are you afraid?
I used to work out at a 24-hour gym, mostly for the convenience of avoiding crowds. My ideal time was usually late evening, around 10 or 11 p.m. But sometimes, when my schedule was packed, I'd end up there much later. These were the quietest hours, often just me, and maybe one or two other night owls, if that. One particular night, I arrived later than usual, almost 1 a.m. I had a deadline looming and felt the need to clear my head. The gym was completely deserted. Not even the usual lone attendant at the front desk, just the low hum of the machines and the oppressive silence. I picked a treadmill near the back, facing the main floor. From there, I could see the entire gym, the rows of cardio equipment, the free weights section, and the strength machines. It felt strangely liberating to have the whole place to myself. After a good run, I moved to the weights section. The clanking of the weights seemed unusually loud in the stillness, echoing off the high ceilings. I started with a chest press, then moved to shoulder presses, feeling the burn. I was halfway through my routine when I noticed something at the very edge of my vision. It was a dark, hulking shape near the stretching area, tucked back in a dimly lit corner where the machines ended. It was barely visible, just a mass. My first thought was that it was a pile of forgotten towels, or maybe some cleaning equipment left out. The gym staff often did their rounds late at night, though I hadn't seen anyone earlier. I shrugged it off, assuming it was mundane. But as I continued my reps, I glanced back. The shape was still there, and it looked taller, broader. It didn't look like a pile of towels anymore. It looked more like a person standing perfectly still, facing the wall. A shiver ran down my spine. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was someone just taking a moment, staring at their reflection in the wall-mounted mirror. But the stillness was unsettling. No movement, no sign of life. I decided to finish my current set and then move closer, just to confirm it was nothing. I pushed through the last few reps, my muscles screaming, but my attention was fixed on that silent corner. When I finally looked back, it was gone. The corner was empty. My breath hitched. I told myself I must have imagined it, or it had moved while I wasn't looking, but I hadn't heard a sound. I tried to shake off the feeling, but the gym now felt different. The silence was heavier. The fluorescent lights seemed to hum louder. I felt a growing sense of being watched, even though I was clearly alone. Then, I saw it again. It was standing in the doorway of the men's locker room, roughly 30 feet away. Taller than any person should be, and immensely broad. Its head was a blank, pale dome, utterly devoid of features, catching the harsh light with no reflections, save for the bottomless dark voids, where its eyes should be. My heart hammered against my ribs. It wasn't a person. It couldn't be. No one has a completely smooth, featureless head, with void eyes and a mouth stretched unnaturally wide, revealing rows of small, sharp teeth. Its body was hulking, disproportionately wide across the shoulders, making it look like a caricature of strength. It took one slow, deliberate step out of the doorway, its movements heavy, almost ponderous. The silence was deafening, amplifying the non-existent sound of its footfalls. Its unnaturally wide mouth, filled with rows of small, sharp teeth, was visible even from this distance. It was like watching a colossal automaton in a nightmare. I dropped the barbell with a muffled clang that echoed horribly in the empty gym. The sound seemed to startle me more than it did the figure. It continued its deliberate, silent movement. It wasn't moving towards me quickly, but it was moving. Each step brought it closer, its immense frame filling more of my vision. The blank face, with its deep, sunken, shadowed void eyes, and unnaturally wide mouth full of rows of small, sharp teeth, felt like it was staring into my very soul. Panic seized me. My mind screamed at me to run, but my legs felt like lead. I fumbled for my phone in my gym bag, desperate to call for help, to do anything but remain frozen. I glanced up. It was right there, towering over me, closer than I thought possible. Its blank, pale head was now directly above me, filling my entire field of vision. The deep, sunken, shadowed void eyes seemed to drink in the light, and its unnaturally wide mouth, filled with multiple rows of small, sharp teeth, was a gaping horror. The air around it felt impossibly cold. I couldn't scream, couldn't move. All I could do was stare at that vast, empty face, feeling an overwhelming dread like nothing I had ever experienced. It wasn't angry or violent, just present, massive. Then, its hand, thick and unnaturally large, slowly reached out. Its touch was cold, not icy, but utterly devoid of warmth. It settled heavily on my shoulder, a grip that felt like a permanent fixture. It pressed down, pinning me to the bench. The pressure increased. Slowly, relentlessly, I heard a soft crunch, not from bone, but from the machine beneath me. The blank, smooth face, with its bottomless dark void eyes, and unnaturally wide mouth full of rows of small, sharp teeth, just hovered, unmoving, its silent presence pressing down on me, heavy and suffocating. I know it wants me to stay. And I know I will.